Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Budget Life Millionaires by 40. My name is Jackie. Me and my husband are on a journey to pay down our debt, build our net worth, and hopefully retire early. Today is going to be our net worth video for January 2020, the end of the month. So this is going to be basically all of our assets and all of our liabilities. Assets minus liabilities will become our net worth. So this is just a video that shows all of our numbers, and I also do other videos like budgeting, and I also do my debt payoff videos, and that shall be the next video that I do after this one, and then I will be doing my February budget after that. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you can get notified of all those videos when they post. So today we're going to start off with putting the date up here. So I like to write in the date around here. So we'll just do today's date's actually the February, but we're just going to put January because these are all numbers from January 31st, 2020. I almost put 19 and that would be the wrong year. So for this side, it's going to be assets. And so with our first assets I have is a large category. It's our real estate. Me and my husband both own, or we've bought in 3 houses in our lifetime so far. We're actually both in our 30s. I'm 37. I just had a birthday this January, and my husband's still 36. And so these houses that we accumulated have been just ones that we buy, live in for a while, and then we end up buying our next house and we rent out the houses that we have bought and lived in. So we haven't ever sold any one of our houses. We just decide to keep them as investments and grow our net worth that way. So the real estate here that I'm going to list, the assets wise, this is actually probably around what they're worth. So they're about $900,000 to all combined if I sold them, but that's not what we have in equity. That's just what the market would get us, like, the full cost of what it would sell for. So that's an asset, but then obviously I have some mortgages that I gotta pay down, so that'll be in the liability side. The next item we have is our cars. We have 2 cars. They're both good cars. They're just, they're not too new anymore. I think one's 5 years old, the other one's about 8 years old. But they're still good. They run well, and we try to keep them maintained so that they last a long time. We're not planning on selling them for at least 2 more years. When the one car gets 10 years old, we might think about it, but if it's still running very well and doesn't need a lot of maintenance, we might hold on to it. So this one's going to be the 2 cars in equity. We actually don't have any debt on these. We own them outright. So we have $21,083 in car net equity. The next line item for our assets is going to be our cash and savings. So cash and our savings. So these are basically our liquid accounts that we could probably pull out within a year. Well, I think there's a big chunk in here that's in a CD that might take longer, but if I really had to pull it out, I could, and I'd just be penalized. I wouldn't get the extra interest that I would have got, but most likely that money will stay in that account because I probably won't need this much. So in our cash and savings, we have $62,788. And that's the amount that we have in our basically like checking, savings, money market accounts, and a few CDs that we have. I think one's a year CD. There's another one that's 5 years, but that one has been there for almost a year now, so it's probably 4 years left on that, and we probably won't need that money. If I really had to pull it out, I mean, I can, but I'd rather just let it stay in there and get the higher interest rate. Anyways, and so next we have is investments. Investments, we do I do set aside some investments in a couple different, what are they called? Like robo investments, I would guess they're called. So I send about $300 to Betterment, and then I have another one that's called, it's ASOS Invest or Axos Invest. It used to be called Wise Banya, and they changed the name. So I don't really understand how to say that name. I keep screwing it up. I need to look it up and get the pronunciation right so that I don't sound silly on these videos. So anyway, so investments, they went up a little bit. They're at 36,269. All right, so those went up some, like about $1,000 from last month. And then retirement. So retirement accounts, the market at the very end of January had a little dip, probably due to the coronavirus that's going around in China. So our retirement didn't really go up that much, and we went up, it still went up, so that's good. But I think actually there was one account that my husband didn't know what it was, so I had to guess, but I just guessed it went up a little bit. But it probably went up more, but I underguessed it, so it wouldn't have be overinflated. So we're at $124,365. All right, and so that is going to be the assets. And then we're going to go to the liability side. Just a second, I'm grabbing something. All right, so liabilities. So for liabilities, we have our current house mortgage. So I'll just put current mortgage. And the current mortgage is going to be, this is what we still owe, and it's going to be $213,112. So that's our current mortgage, what we still owe for our house. And then we have another mortgage on our rental house, which was the last house we lived in. The house we lived in before that is actually paid off. We paid that one off early. This house, for this rental, we decided not to pay off any more early. We were paying off extra every month to pay it down faster last year, and well, probably years and years before that. But we decided that our current mortgage is taking up more interest, so we decided to throw more money at the current mortgage than the rental mortgage. So you'll see this one go down a lot faster over this year, and this one will slowly creep down. So this one we only owe $97,749. All right. And then last but not least, we have one more liability. It's for a air conditioner heater unit. That sits outside of our rental house. It's an exterior unit that we had to have installed last year. And since it was like a 2-in-1, it was pretty expensive. So we decided to put it on a credit card that was 0% for 3 years, so we could pay it off slowly. So we still have $4,600 on that one. So we're not paying any interest on that one, so that's why we don't really mind it. We pay like $200 off. And so every month we're paying $200 off, and it'll be gone within the 3-year period, so that we will never pay interest on it. And that's why we decided to do that, just because it was, it was an expensive unit. We didn't want all that money to fly out of our savings and cash, and so basically that's why. I mean, we could pay it off if we wanted to, but there's no reason to, because I'm not being charged any interest. So now I'm going to draw in some lines for the totals. So I'll just put a line under these. I wish I had my ruler. It's downstairs somewhere. I don't know. Let's see. I'll put there, and I don't know. That's fine, whatever. And then so now we're going to put here total assets. So the total of this is going to be $1,144,365. And then we have our total liabilities. Total liabilities. I have to write a little smaller. All right, and the total liabilities that we have is going to be $315,461. All right. So that's that. And then this is going to be where we put the net worth. So net worth is going to be, let's put it right there. I normally put net worth here, I think, but whatever. I screwed up. This is my new planner, by the way. So I'm setting up in this new planner, still recollections planner, but this one's a horizontal, or not a horizontal. This one's a vertical versus a horizontal, which is what I had last year. And so far, I like it. So anyways, enough about that. So our net worth is going to be $828,904. Sweet. So basically it went up some, mainly due to us paying down our houses and the carrier. It went up over $4,600 something this month. Since our investments didn't really grow, they grew a little bit. Our cars went down in value, and I think our cash and our savings might have been our this account went down a little bit. I'm actually missing some money. I was supposed to get something paid at the very end of this month, and it didn't show up. So I think that's why it's a little low this year or this month. I gotta make a phone call, find out what happened, but I should have got some money for my GI Bill, and it never showed up. So I'm thinking that's why it's a little lower over there. And then obviously we're paying down extra here, so that, you know, we put, basically our net worth went up $4,600 from the end of December to the end of January. So if you like this video, this is going to be the end of it. It's my net worth video for January 2020. That was the end. And hopefully next, this month in February, it's going to be a lot better. I hope to see maybe even $6,000 increase. We'll see. I've been doing really well with my budget, eating out less and trying to, you know, not spend too much or go crazy or go ham anywhere. So please like and subscribe again. Thanks for watching. Bye.